So, of course, we have to start the conversation with Caitlin Clark. It's that's just the way it is these days. She hasn't even played a regular season game yet, and her impact on the league has already been pretty huge. And watching her career, and knowing the WNBA so well, like you do, what's the kind of the realistic outlook on her rookie season? Can she immediately do what she did in college because she's such a good shooter, such a good ball handler, or if she can't? Explain to folks that may be watching the WNBA more because of her fame, why it might be a struggle for her in year one.
Well, for me, I think her ceiling could be an all-star. I think that would be a really successful season for her. And the reason why I think her game's going to translate, even though she's going to have to learn how to play against such physical opponents from other WNBA teams, and she's going to have to learn how to play with even better, honestly, teammates than she's probably ever had in her whole basketball career. But it's because she can both shoot the ball, and we've seen her range. And look, maybe we'll see how many logo threes that she feels like she can get off early on in the season, but it's also the fact that she can pass and facilitate so well. And talking even with Indiana's head coach, Chrissy Sides, today, she kept talking about how the team, the Fever, they're just better with her on the floor. So because she's going to be able to pass to her teammates, but she can also stretch the floor, and she has that court vision, she can do it all when it comes to that offensive kind of package and making the offense go. And I expect that part will translate, and I think that could really help the Fever reach new heights this season.
And the Fever have good players. They have the Rookie of the Year from last year, I believe. And, going off of your knowledge of what Caitlin did and Iowa, stuff like that, and going to the idea of what you were saying with she's going to be playing with better players, what kind of stuff, nothing against her teammates with the Hawkeyes, but what does she maybe lack with her teammates now that she'll specifically get with the Fever? Is it just more people that can hit open shots? Is it somebody in the post? Like, what's the big difference that she'll benefit from?
Well, when we think about Iowa's team historically, Caitlin has played a lot with really great post players, but Aaliyah Boston, who, like you were mentioning, is the former Rookie of the Year, was the former #1 pick, is in a lot of ways a kind of generational in her own right. That's going to be the best post target that Caitlin has ever had the opportunity to play with. So I know that Aaliyah keeps saying how much it's been really fun to be able to be on the receiving end of a lot of Caitlin's passes. But not only do you have Aaliyah down low, you have another lottery pick in Alyssa Smith out of Baylor. She was the #2 pick in 2022, so she's had a great start to the preseason, and I expect that will help her a lot too. And then you have a lot of other great shooters and a lot of great scorers around Caitlin, even in the backcourt. So Kelsey Mitchell, one of the college game's best scorers. Caitlin broke some of her records earlier this year. And then you also have a player like Katie Lou Samuelson, who can knock down threes. You have another experienced veteran point guard in Erica Wheeler, who can really help usher Caitlin into this new phase. So, it's nothing obviously against her Hawkeye teammates, but she's going to have a lot less of the kind of mental and offensive load on her shoulders in terms of trying to help her team win basketball games.